boxing voice.
This is Maidana rematch. Mayhem. Obviously, in the main event, we have Floyd and Maidana. Floyd will be defending his WBC and WBA titles. And also, in an unprecedented move, he'll also be defending his WBC super welterweight title, which has only been done one time in boxing history. To open up the undercard, we will be having 3 World Championship bouts. In the first bout, we'll have Alfredo Angulo. He'll be fighting James De La Rosa in a 10-round super middleweight bout. And then the next bout, we'll have the WBC lightweight championship. We'll have Miguel Vasquez defending his title against Mickey Bay. And then obviously in the co-main event, we have Leo Santa Cruz defending his WBC super bantamweight championship, and he'll be fighting Manuel Roman. This event will be promoted by Mayweather Promotions along with Golden Boy Promotions. Our sponsors are O'Reilly Auto Parts, Corona, and The Equalizer. Mayweather versus Maidana will be shown live in over 500 movie theaters nationwide. Okay, before we get into the introduction of the fighters, I'd like to turn it over to our partner, co-promoter, none other than Senior Vice President of Golden Boy Promotions, Eric Gomez.
Thank you, Leonard. Obviously, we're very excited about this undercard. We feel that we have a little bit of everything. We got a strong Mexican support in the undercard, and these fights are can't miss. These are going to be very, very exciting fights, and we're going to start off the festivities with a great matchup, a dangerous fight between James De La Rosa and Alfredo Angulo. James De La Rosa, with a record of 22-2, 13 knockouts. He's out of San Benito, Texas. Is coming off a great win, August 2nd, technical knockout win. He has wins over Tyrone Brunson, and Arroyo, and Tim Coleman. And this is probably the biggest opportunity of his career, and he obviously wants to take advantage of it, fighting Alfredo Angulo. So if I can have James De La Rosa please say a few words to the media and introduce yourself. James?
I'm doing good. James De La Rosa, 22-2 with 13 knockouts, and looking to come out and put on a show out there in Vegas, and of course come out with the win.
Great, thank you very much, James. Now, obviously, everybody knows El Perro, Alfredo Angulo. He's always in action-packed fights. He's always giving it his all. He's got a record of 22-4, 18 big knockouts. Living in Los Angeles now, originally from Mexicali, Mexico. Alfredo knows that this is a very important fight because if he's going to be considered for future world title fights, fighting the elite fighters in boxing, he's got to get past James De La Rosa. This is a very dangerous fight for him. But obviously, something a little different for Alfredo Angulo. He's debuting as a middleweight. This fight will be fought at the middleweight division. So, Alfredo, if you can please say a few words and introduce yourself. Alfredo?
Unas palabritas, Alfredo.
Hi, good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for call. And this is Alfredo Angulo, and he's ready for the interview.
Great, thank you. Thank you very much. So with that, we'll open it up to questions to the media.
Thank you. If you would like to ask a question or have a comment, please press *1 on your telephone keypad. This will place your question in the order it was received. Once again, if you would like to ask a question, please press *1 on your telephone keypad.
Your hand is raised. Please ask your question when prompted. Press the # sign to lower your hand.
ESPN.com.
My question is for Alfredo Angulo. I was wondering what is bringing on this move to 160 pounds and whether the weight cut affected him greatly in the Canelo Alvarez fight.
Alfredo, la pregunta es para ti. ¿Qué fue la razón del brinco a la nueva división, 160 libras? ¿Y tú crees que el corte en peso, o sea, la rebajada en la pelea de Canelo fue lo que te afectó?
Honestly, I don't think so. It's affecting well, he don't have a problem for this fight for my weight. And I ask him all the time when my body he's ready for change the weight, and my body stick with me, and they say he's ready for the next weight. You know, my body I have a problem for my weight before, so honestly he working too much for down weight, and I think so. It's more better to stay on 160 right now.
Gracias, Alfredo. Thank you.
Our next question comes from Lem Satterfield with theringtv.com.
Hey, Alfredo, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Eric, this is at 162 pounds, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Alfredo, obviously you were upset with the stoppage of the last fight, and there are observers who feel that you looked much better against Lara, who in some people's minds going into the Canelo fight was a better fighter than Canelo. Having said that, you didn't seem to be getting off like you were against Lara, and you also didn't seem to be able to cut off the ring or apply as much pressure against Alvarez. Is that true? And I also wanted to know if you feel you have to show people in this fight how much you have left, as Eric Gomez was saying earlier.
Alfredo, la pregunta es que obviamente no estabas contento, estabas muy disgustado con cómo terminó la pelea contra Canelo, de que la pararon. Mucha gente entrando a esa pelea decía que pues estabas enfrentando, que ya habías enfrentado a un Lara que muchos consideraban que era hasta mejor que Canelo, pero la pelea fue muy diferente, no pudiste cortar los rings, no te veías con esa fuerza. ¿Sientes presión en esta pelea de demostrar que todavía hay ángulo para rato y crees que también te afectó mucho el peso en la pelea contra Canelo?
Honestly, I know he's not the same fighter in this night, but I don't see pressure. I know the people he see the September 13th, the regular dog and the ring, and called ring and a strong fighter, and I think so the people he see the normal dog and he happy for the work, and I tell my fans he say the dog he's ready for the comeback, and he will start in new class 160.
Thank you very much, Alfredo. Good luck, all right? Thanks.
Thank you.
Our next question comes from Nestor Gibbs with the Boxing Voice.
Mute off.
Hi, my question is actually for Leonard and Eric. I wanted to know, with the success that you guys had in previous promotions, specifically Canelo Alvarez and Mayweather, setting records and breaking records, is it any added pressure when you're making these undercards, because fight fans are holding these undercards to the standard of Lucas Matisse and Danny Garcia type fights that you made for that fight?
Well, this is Eric. I think that we're a little bit of victims for ourselves. We're always competing against ourselves because we've had such great undercards. But that's what's part of doing a Mayweather fight. Mayweather insists, he wants to have good fights, important fights. So I think that with this undercard here, you have 2 title fights. You have a very exciting fight in Alfredo Angulo's fight. I think that we're going to continue to do that. I know that that's one of the things that Oscar also is very high on, making sure that the entire card from top to bottom are stacked and we're making good fights. And I know that, from working in the past with Floyd and his team with Leonard, that they expect the same thing. So they want action-packed fights. They want to do title fights, and it's very, very important for the consumer to have a stacked show from top to bottom, and we're going to continue to do that.
And for Alfredo, I spoke to Virgil Hunter this week, and he told me if he would have had 100% Angulo, the Canelo fight would have been a totally different story. Is he planning on? Has he already started training camp, and is he planning to get there early so that those mistakes don't occur again in this new fight moving forward at a new division?
Roberto, you want to translate that?
Sorry, I was on mute. Alfredo, la pregunta es para ti, que habló con Virgil esta semana y que Virgil le dijo que si él hubiera tenido a un Alfredo Angulo al 100%, la pelea de Canelo hubiera sido muy diferente. ¿Ya empezaste el campamento? ¿Ya llegaste para que corregir esos errores y que no vuelva a pasar otra vez?
Yes, definitely. He's coming early to the camp, and he working together, Virgil and me, for each and a lot of things to the fight in the Canelo, and honestly, you see it in September 13th, the normal dog in the ring.
All right, my final question for these fighters is for James De La Rosa. De La Rosa, this being your, I guess, your dream fight to be on a Mayweather undercard. It's a huge card. The magnitude is just something that you probably never expected. And now you're facing a guy in Alfredo Angulo, who everyone knows to be rough and rugged. How do you get yourself prepared for this fight mentally because of the stage that you're going to be on?
Basically, what I've been doing is, I know it's not any other fight. This is a big stage for me. Basically, I gotta be in my zone, and I gotta block everything out and go what I gotta do and do what I do best on that stage to get that win and just train hard. That's what I'm doing. Been training hard, getting ready for it. I just can't let the crowd play a role or anything like that. I gotta focus on myself.
I just want to wish everyone on the card luck and place me on hold for the rest of the fighters, please.
Thank you very much.
Mute on.
Erica Montoya with Milano.
Alfredo, muy buenas tardes a todos. Me gustaría que me explicaras por qué el cambio de división y qué fue lo que aprendiste de tus peleas contra Saúl Álvarez y Erislandy Lara.
The question is for Alfredo, why the change in division, and what was it that you learned from your fights with Canelo Álvarez and Erislandy Lara? Alfredo?
Sí, Eric.
Sí, que fue la pregunta para ti, que ¿por qué el cambio de división? ¿Y qué fue lo que aprendiste de las peleas con Canelo y con Lara?
Nada, yo creo que siempre, desde un principio, siempre les dije que mucha gente me decía que si iba a subir de peso. Yo les decía, yo voy a seguir peleando en las 154 hasta que mi cuerpo me deje. Ya mi cuerpo, ya tengo 32 años, ya mi cuerpo ya es de un hombre, de un hombre, así que ya nunca batallamos para el peso, pero ya me cuesta un poco más de trabajo dar las 154. Yo creo que es tiempo de subir a las 160 y pelear con Lara fue una experiencia muy importante. El trabajo que que el perro puede hacer arriba del ring, porque muchos no daban $1 por mí en esa pelea, sinceramente. Y entre la pelea de Canelo Álvarez, pues, de ahí no puedo aprender absolutamente nada, porque esa noche no estaba el perro que normalmente están acostumbrados a ver arriba del ring. Así que de esa pelea no queda más que un amargo sabor de boca por el trabajo que hizo erróneo el señor Tony Weeks esa noche.
Well, basically, I've been saying it all along. I was going to stay at 154 until my body said otherwise. You know, it didn't become. It's not a struggle. I can still make 54, but not comfortably. So that's why the jump to 160. You know, I think I'm going to feel more comfortable. I'm going to be the perro that you all know. And as far as the Lara fight, well, I learned a lot. It was a great experience. I showed the people that didn't give me an opportunity, gave me no chance, that Perro's always going to be here and give great fights. And honestly, in the Canelo fight, I can't tell you I learned anything because I wasn't there. It wasn't me. It wasn't the ones you all know, and I didn't feel the strength and be able to do the performance that I would have wanted.
Alfredo, mi última pregunta. ¿Qué sabes acerca de James de la Rosa, además de lo que nos puede decir su récord como peleador? ¿Y de qué manera imaginas que será el encuentro que vas a tener con él?
The question is, what do you know of your opponent, James de la Rosa, besides the record? That obviously is a very good record, but what can we expect in that fight with him?
Sinceramente, nunca sé mucho de mis oponentes, sean quien sea. Me baso nomás en el récord que tienen. No sé qué tipo de peleador o qué peleador es James de la Rosa, pero el 13 de septiembre lo voy a saber arriba del ring. Lo que sí sé es de que normalmente los peleadores que van a enfrentar al perro entrenan muy duro, así que yo creo que la Rosa está haciendo el mismo trabajo, entrenando muy duro, porque sabe que esa noche no va a ser una pelea muy fácil.
You know, in all honesty, I don't really look into too much of my opponents, besides, you know, obviously the record. I don't know really too much of James as far as what style he could bring or what he's going to bring. What I do know is that all my opponents, when they're going to face me, they train extra hard. They give it that extra training because they know that it's not going to be an easy night once they step into that ring with me.
Muchísimas gracias y mucho éxito.
Gracias.
And the last question for this group comes from Sean Cross with the Boxing Insider.
Hi, yes, this question is for Alfredo. How are you, sir? Just wanted to let you know, do you still think you'll have the same power you had at 160 as you did as a junior middleweight?
Alfredo, ¿crees tú que tengas el mismo poder en 160 libras del que tuviste cuando estabas en el peso menor?
Pues no sé, yo creo que el 13 de septiembre lo van a ver. Si tengo el mismo poder o aumentó el poder.
I don't know. Honestly, I think you'll know come September 13th if I have the same or even more going into the new division. We'll let you guys decide.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, that is the last question for Alfredo and James.
Please ask your question now. Mute on.
Good luck continuing to train, and we look forward to seeing you fight on September 13th. Okay.
Ya fue la última pregunta, Alfredo. Suerte, ¿eh? Muchas gracias.
Okay, muchas gracias. Tenga un buen día.
Igualmente. Sorry, Kelly.
No problem. Okay, you guys can go. Is Mickey on the line?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so Mickey Bay is on the line, and we're waiting for Vasquez to call in. So I'm going to give him a couple more minutes, but we do want to keep this call moving. So, Leonard, if you would like to come back on and join us and talk a little bit about this fight and introduce Mickey, we can. I'm waiting for the signal for Vasquez, but we could continue. You talk a little bit about this fight. We can introduce Mickey. I know he wants to train, so we could get some questions going for him. Go ahead,
Sure.
Leonard.
Thank you, Kelly. Next up, I'd like to introduce, he's one of our top fighters, of our rising stars. He has a terrific record of 20-1 with one draw, fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio. Mickey's put together an exceptional professional career, obviously with only one loss coming last July. And it was a loss that he learned a lot from personally. He made a grave mistake, at the end of the fight, and it was a valuable lesson that was learned. And I think that coming into the World Championship fight, this is something that he's always dreamed of, and it's always been a dream to become world champion. And come September the 13th, he'll get that opportunity. He'll be facing a tough veteran, Miguel Vasquez, for the IBF Lightweight Championship. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Mickey Bay.
How you doing? I'm here. How you doing, everybody?
Mickey, before we ask questions, you want to just tell us how your training's going and how you're feeling about this opportunity?
It's going excellent. I want to thank my team for making us happy. I'm real excited for the opportunity.
Okay, great. Let's go ahead. I'm still waiting for Vasquez, but let's go ahead and open this up for questions for Mickey Day, and then when Vasquez joins us, we can also ask questions for him. Okay, go ahead, operator. Open it up for questions, please.
Thank you. If you would like to ask a question or have a comment, please press star 1 on your telephone keypad. This will place your question in the order it was received.
Once you ask your question when prompted, press the pound sign to lower your hand.
To the gym, is there any way you can walk back?
I'm going to the back where it's quiet.
Okay, thank you.
And our first question comes from Lem Satterfield with theringtv.com.
Okay. Is this fine? Is this better?
Much better. Thank you so much. Go ahead, Lem.
You're welcome.
Hey, Mickey, how are you?
How you doing? I'm great.
Great. That's good. Hey, listen, how far are you away from the mistake that cost you the win against Molina, and in what way has that motivated you to be a better fighter?
I got past it, probably the day after, because, it wasn't like a thing to where I had to go back and get better. It was just, the one thing about it, I'm a humble guy, so I feel like I was kind of showboating to the crowd and just I was looking out the crowd and stuff, and against a big puncher, that's a mistake. So I just kind of, was mad that happened, but other than that, I won every round. And I took his best shots the whole fight, and that's a big puncher. And so I got over it the day after. But yeah, I was disappointed because I don't think anybody can beat me as far as, if I didn't do that, I'd still be undefeated if I didn't start showboating. And that's really not even. I love putting on great performances for the fans, but that's not in my character to have went that far, looking outside the ring and all of that type of stuff.
Floyd was at ringside. Did he have any advice or counsel for you after the fight? Was he tough on you? What were his words for you after?
Oh yeah, he wasn't tough, but he definitely gave me some great advice. After he fought Canelo, we watched the fight together, and we went over some things, and he told me, that was just a mistake. He said it's boxing and anything can happen, so it's not over until it's over, The
last question for you is, can you characterize Miguel Vasquez's style? He's atypical of the Mexican style. And also,
right.
Do you think you're fighting the guy that everyone considers to be the best in the division, and does that motivate you even more to get a win?
Oh, yes, it does. I think he is, because people might not credit his style, but at the end of the day, he's been the champion for years. So, you got to give him credit. Like, people could say, oh, he fights this way and that way, but You know, he's been the champion for years. So, you know, I think it's going to be a great fight. You got to give us both credit because, number one, a lot of fighters, like, they might cherry pick or wait for a vacant title. You know, me, I'm getting in, and, you know, I want to prove that I'm the best by fighting the guy that's the best in the division as far as being the champion for so long, you know.
Mickey, thanks a lot, and good luck in the fight.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Our next question comes from Brian Campbell with ESPN.com.
Mickey, thanks for taking the time to talk. I wanted to ask you again about that of Vasquez. How do you prepare for a guy who will do anything to win a fight, whether it be stink it out or do anything to take away your best weapon?
Well, I think I got way more twos than him. You know, he just got the bigger name, of course, because he's been the champion. But I think this is going to be a fighter where he's going to be into trying to get around my punch. Nobody saw my best until this. You know, you're going to be your best when you fighting on this level. He fought at this level, so, you know, my trainer saw his best, even though we expecting an even better Vasquez. But, you know, he going to have more of a puzzle, you know, I think, because nobody really fully knows all the things that I can do.
What do you think is the key to what makes him so difficult?
I think, you know, the guys in this game today, just a lot of them fight the same pretty much. They don't really know how to. I think he's a good boxer. Like, you know, a lot of guys can't beat good boxers. They just like to just kind of rock a sock 'em robot type style, and whatever happens, happens. It's like, you know, a lot of guys just swing for the fences and almost could just fight with their eyes closed. You know, Vasquez is a crafty fighter. So, you know, I don't think the guys that he was fighting had the ability and the speed and everything to keep up with him.
Sounds good. Thanks for the time, man. Good luck.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Our next question comes from Nestor Gibbs with the Boxing Voice.
Please ask your question now.
Hey, Mickey, how you doing?
How you doing? I'm doing great.
Now, Mickey, I just want to congratulate you on taking this fight. You know, maybe the casual fan doesn't know the type of opponent that you're getting in the ring with. This is a true champion. His only two losses come from Timothy Bradley and Canelo Alvarez. But I also want to ask, like, why take this fight? Outside of the normal political answer that it's a title shot and this is what you've been dreaming your whole career, this dude is a tough dude. He's a guy that uses the whole ring, and he'll stink it out if he has to, but his
right.
whole goal is to get the win. It doesn't matter how good or bad it looks.
Right. Thank you first off, but you know, it's boxing. You know, I'm a beast at the end of the day. If Godzilla came or something came down from Mars, I'll fight and come in 100% confident to beat him. You know, he's a good fighter. This is what boxing is about. Like, it's about, you know, wanting to prove that you're the best. And to me, you know, it's just like, I mean, that's what I want. You know, I want to fight the best and to prove that I'm the best.
Now, both of you guys being boxers, are you willing to change your style for this fight and become the aggressor because he plays the outside so much?
I'm going to just go accordingly, really. You know, that's what, you know, I got a great trainer, you know, Floyd Mayweather Sr. You know, he taught me well. So I'm going to just, you know, pretty much act accordingly. You never know. I don't really look at previous fights because, you know, any fight can go different. So I'm going to just act accordingly. You know, it could be a boxing match. It could be a street fight, a slugfest. I'm just come out on top, whatever it is.
And again, similar to the question for Angulo, because of the magnitude of this event and the title shot being at stake, but also the correlation with your last loss in Molina, where we all had you winning, you kind of lost track of things in the ring, and, you know, you got the loss. Is there pressure to not only get the win, but also look good and stellar on the Mayweather undercard because of the fact that all the people will be watching?
Really, you just got to do your job. All of y'all know this cat's style, so it's like at the end of the day, beating him is good enough. Of course, I want to look good, but, I mean, this dude is a legitimate fighter, legitimate champion, so I can't get too caught up into thinking how I look, even though, I'm sure I look great, but getting the win, that's the key, is getting the win.
Well, Mickey, thank you for your time, and I wish you luck.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, everybody stand by because I think we have Vasquez. Mr. Vasquez, are you on the line now? Miguel?
Miguel, ¿estás en la línea? Nope.
They tell me that they have him, but stand by. Operator, do we have any more questions for Mickey?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Our next question is from Ben Thompson with FightHype.com.
Mute on.
And then I'll let you guys know when Vasquez is on.
Hey, what's going on, Mickey?
What's going on, my man?
No.
my Ohio guy.
That's what's up, man. Hey, I know you've been kind of training for a little while now. There was some initial talk about you possibly fighting on the 30th, and then you found out that you're fighting on obviously the September 13th card. Was it difficult for you in training camp to kind of manage all that, and not really knowing exactly what date you were going to be fighting?
Not really. I just pretty much, I just go with the flow, man. I just stay calm and relax and just do my job. And, I got a great team. So, I'm confident in them and they're confident in me. I just go accordingly pretty much.
And, I also know, obviously there's been a lot of ups and downs and things that people don't know about that happened, very early in your career. Can you just kind of talk about what this fight means to you? I mean, obviously you're fighting for a title. You're fighting on Floyd's card and all that. What exactly does this opportunity mean for you?
It's huge, for me to get to this point. After so long, I know talent-wise I could have been a champion many years ago, but I just think that it shows people if you stay dedicated and stick to your craft. Everybody got a different story. Some people get it fast, some people get it later, but if you quit or you lose confidence, you'll never get the shot to see what you can do. So, I'm just mentally tough, strong, and dedicated. And that's why I'm glad that everything paid off and I got to this point.
Assuming everything goes well and you do end up winning the title, do you think that kind of maybe erase isn't the right word I should use, but do you think it kind of makes up for the blemish with John Molina, or is that something that you would still want to go back and kind of take care of?
Either way, I think everybody saw it, so they kind of know. We wanted to get it done right after. He didn't want to fight, so at the end of the day, everybody saw it. They know, like, okay, why did this guy goof off in the last round? Why did this guy, goof off and throw the fight away? It was kind of like it wasn't the same fight as Meredith Taylor and Chavez because I wasn't really getting hit and stuff like that, but it was one of those fights where it was just a bad mistake on my end. It wasn't anything that he did. I can't take credit away, from he got night, but, everybody knows it's because I just start goofing off at the end, and that's something that normally I wouldn't have done, but I hope the fans enjoyed it because they will never see that again.
All right, my man. That's all I got. I'll see you in a couple weeks, bro.
Okay. See you.
Okay, one sec. Is that Mr. Vasquez? Miguel, is that you?
Miguel, ¿estás en la línea?
Yes. ¿Estás en la línea, Miguel? Yes, aquí estoy en la línea.
Okay.
Is that him?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Leonard, are you there?
Sure. I'm here.
Okay, could you please introduce Mr. Vasquez? Mickey, if you want to stay on the line, I do believe that was your last question, but if you'd like to stay on the line in case some come up, I understand if you have to train. But stand by. Let's hear from Mr. Vasquez. Leonard?
Okay. Yes, next up, I'd like to introduce, he's the current IBF lightweight champion. He's coming off on an impressive 13-fight win streak. It goes all the way back to 2008. He won his lightweight world title in 2010. And he's a respected veteran who always comes to fight, and come September 13th, he'll be looking to make a household name when he puts his title on the line against Mickey Bay. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce the current IBF lightweight world champion out of Guadalajara, Mexico, with a record of 34-3 with 13 KOs, Miguel Vasquez.
Miguel, unas palabritas ahí a la prensa y al público, por favor.
Pues que tengo el gusto, para mí es un honor y un privilegio estar aquí compartiendo con ustedes esta entrevista.
It's a great honor, and I'm very happy to be here with you guys on this call, and I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, operator, let's go ahead and ask Mr. Vasquez questions, please.
Thank you. If you have one on your telephone, keep this.
Your hand is raised. Please ask your question when prompted. Press the pound sign to lower your hand.
One on your telephone keypad now. Our first question comes from Erica Montoya with Milano.
Hola Miguel, buenas tardes desde aquí, desde la Ciudad de México. Bueno, para ti, ¿qué significa debutar con una nueva empresa dentro de la cartelera de Floyd Mayweather? ¿Qué significa esta ventana para ti?
The question is for Miguel. You're making your debut. What does it mean to you to make your debut with another promoter and to be on this significant card, on such a big card, on a Mayweather card?
Bueno, pues para mí es un gran honor pertenecer a un gran equipo como es Hyman Sport, y más honor es poder pertenecer a una cartelera como es la de Mayweather Maidana. Yo vengo preparado con el favor de Dios para este compromiso.
No, it's a great honor to be with a new company like Al Heyman Sports, and obviously another great honor to be on such a great card like it is to be on the Mayweather undercard, and I'm coming very well prepared to come and defend my title.
Miguel, tú por muchos años te has mantenido campeón ligero de la FIF y también has escuchado comentarios severos acerca de tu estilo, diciendo que eres un peleador que no causa demasiada emoción, pero es algo que a ti te ha funcionado durante mucho tiempo. Ahora que es tu debut, ¿de alguna manera planeas cambiar ese estilo o como tú eres el campeón vas a seguir de la misma manera?
The question is, for many years you've been a world champion of the IBF. There's also been several comments that, you're not the most exciting style. Now that you're with a new company, now that you're on such a big card, do you have any plans to change up the style, or because you're the champion, continue on doing what you do best?
Bueno, la verdad, este estilo que he tenido yo es el que me ha llevado a campeón y no pienso cambiarlo. Quizás sería un poco más agresivo o atacar más, pero mi estilo seguirá siendo igual porque es gracias a este estilo es por el que me he mantenido campeón.
No, this is the style. My style is the style that took me to become a world champion, and I don't plan to make any drastic change to my style. This is why I've maintained and been victorious. I may, modify a little bit, more aggressive, attack, but again, this is the style that's kept me here.
Miguel, mi última pregunta, Mickey Bay, ¿qué te dice ese peleador? ¿Cómo esperas tú una pelea ante él? Vaya, es la oportunidad de su vida, es un título del mundo y tú eres el mejor de la división.
What can you tell us of Mickey Bay? Obviously, it's the big fight of his life, and what do you expect in this fight? What do you expect from him?
Bueno, yo sé que él viene con todo, sé que viene bien preparado, es un peleador bastante difícil, bastante complicado, pero no es invencible. Yo siento que yo seguiré siendo campeón. Esa noche será mi séptima defensa, primeramente Dios, porque vengo bien preparado física, mental, técnica y espiritualmente, pero principalmente con la bendición de Dios. Así es que esa pelea la vengo a ganar, a pesar de que Mickey Bay venga bien.
We know Mickey Bay is a very good fighter, very talented fighter, fast, difficult. But, I know I'm very well prepared mentally, physically, spiritually. I know that I'm blessed. God blessed me, and we're prepared. We're prepared, and we're going to come out with the hand raised first, God willing.
Miguel, muchísimas gracias y mucho éxito.
Gracias a ti.
Our next question comes from Brian Campbell with ESPN.com.
Miguel, I would like if you could sort of take us through the evolution of your style and how it came to be at this point in your career.
Miguel, ¿nos puedes dar un resumen de tu estilo y cómo llegaste a este punto de tu carrera?
Bueno, mi estilo lo forjé primero gracias a mi padre Miguel Vázquez, que me enseñó ese estilo. También entrenando con los cubanos, donde aprendí el arte del boxeo, pegar y que no te peguen. Por último, pues entrenando con mi entrenador Javier Capetillo, ahí fue donde agarré más cosas. De hecho, la preparación física y gracias a eso, pues he estado aquí en el lugar donde estoy y sobre todo que pues Dios me ha tenido aquí. Por eso yo en cada pelea pues y en mi estilo se lo encomiendo a Dios y es por eso que he formado mi estilo, pegar y que no te peguen.
Well, it started off with my father, that he started teaching me the craft. And from there on, I learned from the Cubans the art of boxing, to hit and not be hit. And now currently with my current trainer, I've learned and picked up new things. And, it's the style that's gotten me there. I go in there, hit, don't be hit, and, I'm blessed by God.
Miguel, it was somewhat of a surprise to see you signing with Al Haymon. How important is that for you at this point in your career?
Fue una sorpresa ver que firmaras con Al Haymon, y qué tan importante es para ti en este punto de tu carrera esa decisión.
Pues para mí más que un honor fue una bendición, porque no puedo negarlo, fue sorprendente que una persona tan importante como el señor Al Haymon se interesara por mí. Y pues cuando firmé era un sueño al principio, pero ya después se convirtió en una realidad y pues yo vengo dispuesto a ganar y no defraudarle al señor Al Haymon.
No, besides an honor, it was a blessing to have signed with such an important figure in boxing like Mr. Al Haymon. And obviously the dreams that were once of having the biggest fights have now become reality. And now come fight night, I have to do everything to come out victorious so I don't let him down.
Thank you very much.
Last question for Vasquez comes from Len Satterfield with TheRingTV.com.
My questions were answered. Thanks a lot.
So that concludes the questions for Miguel?
Yes.
Miguel, ya fue la última pregunta de la prensa. Muchísimas gracias por tu tiempo y adelante. Suerte.
Muchísimas gracias a ustedes por esta entrevista y por esto.
Please ask your question now. Mute on.
He wants to thank everybody for the opportunity and for this space that you give him to speak to the media. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, now we have both Leo Santa Cruz and Emmanuel Roman on the call, and I believe this is now Leonard. You're turning it back over to Eric, correct?
Okay. Yes, Eric, you got it.
Eric?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, can you make the introductions for the Santa Cruz Roman call?
Yes, here we are. So, great, thank you. Okay, so obviously the co-main event pits one of the most exciting fighters in boxing, Leo Santa Cruz, defending his world title against Manuel Roman out of Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico, with a record of 17-2. He's a hard-hitting fighter. He's only 26 years old. This is probably a great opportunity, the biggest fight of his career. He's an underdog in this fight, but he's going to give it his all. So I would like to introduce to you Manuel Roman to say a few words. Manuel?
Hi, everybody. I just want to thank God for the opportunity, and I want to thank you, everybody that's listening right now. And I hope everybody tunes in on September 13th. It's going to be a great night of boxing.
Great. Thank you very much, Manuel. Now, one of the most exciting fighters in boxing. He's undefeated, super bantamweight WBC world champion. He's probably one of the most exciting fighters. This guy throws so many punches, it's hard to count. But he's coming off so many good, impressive wins. This is going to be a big stage for him, fighting underneath the Mayweather card. And I would like for him to say a few words and to talk to the media a little bit. Leo Santa Cruz. Leo?
Yeah, good afternoon to everyone. I want to say that I'm very happy and excited to be on this big undercard. It's another dream come true to be on the Mayweather undercard and to be the co-main event. For me, is what I've dreamed since I was really small. And now I want to thank God, thank my manager, Al Heyman, Golden Boy, on my team. And I invite you all guys. We've known each other since the amateurs. He's a great fighter. I know not a lot of people know him, but he's a great fighter. And I know he's going to come out and give me a great fight, and we're going to give a great fight for all the fans.
Great. Thank you, Leo. Thank you very much. So with that, we'll open it up to questions for the media.
Thank you. If you would like to ask a question or have a...
Ask your question when prompted. Press the pound sign to lower your hand.
Again, if you would like to ask a question, please press star 1 on your telephone keypad now. Once again, if you would like to ask a question, please press star 1 on your telephone keypad. And our first question comes from Lynn Satterfield with TV.com.
So, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Just finished hard sparring of 12 rounds right now, and I'm just continuing getting ready.
12 rounds, huh?
Yep.
Great. Okay, now, up until you fought Cesar Seda, you had knocked out 4 of your 5 opponents, and you were really being talked up, and you are a great fighter. Do you feel that in any way that momentum has slowed at all? And do you feel that being in the co-main event before a Mayweather Maidana fight, you need to be spectacular in order to get, say, the fight that you've been calling for against Rigondeaux or any other fights?
Yeah, no, of course, yeah. I think the before I was knocking out people and everything, but I think in the styles, I was never really used to fighting fighters that box a little bit more, but we weren't used to those kind of styles, running and boxing. But now we've been training in the gym. We've been fighting fighters that move a lot and chasing them. So I think we're getting used to them. So I think we're going to start doing what we were doing before. And, of course, I think that for this fight I need to look spectacular because I'm the co-main event. Millions of people are going to be watching me. So I got to go out there and give it my best. And that's what I'm training for. And hopefully, Lingard, I'm going to be at my 100% and go out there and give the fans what I always do, war, and go out there and throw a lot of punches and so that fans could go happy.
Is that how much of that, the fact that there's so many Mexicans on the card and it's on Independence Day weekend is a motivator for you?
Great motivation. All my fans, they're always motivation. Even if they're Mexicans, people, all the fans all over the world, they give me motivation too because I have all different type of fans. I have Mexicans, Chinese, from UK, Colombia, Puerto Rico, everywhere. So that's a great blessing for me. I always thank the fans because thanks to them I'm here and they're always talking nice things about me, and that's why I go out there to give them my best, and I always try my best, and hopefully we do it.
Eric, same question to you. You there, Eric?
I'm here.
Yeah. Can you address kind of what I was talking about with his momentum and I guess the style differences between Seda and Mahrez when he fought them, and what he said just now about wanting to look spectacular on September 13th?
I mean, I think that if you look at the opposition that he's faced really top-notch opposition. He's fought some of the toughest guys in boxing. He hasn't had it easy ever since he won the IBF title. I think that he's popular because of his style. The amount of punches he throws. Obviously, we put him in with Seda. He was a slick counter puncher, a southpaw. Mijares was also he was similar, but I think the thing with Leo is that he wants to go to war. He wants to give the fans what they want to see. He wants to stand there toe-to-toe, throw a lot of punches, but a lot of times, when he starts landing those punches, his opposition, they change their tactics, and they change, and they start moving around and running, because if they stay right in front of him, they can probably get knocked out, or it's going to be a long night. They're going to have to eat a lot of punches. So I think that, he's one of the most exciting fighters. The amount of punches are incredible that he throws every round, and he's just going to keep getting better.
Thank you very much, Eric. Leo, good luck in the fight.
Thank you, Eric.
Our next question comes from Nestor Gibbs with the Boxing Voice.
Please ask your question now.
Leo, how you doing? I just want to congratulate you on, of course, landing the co-main event on the Mayweather undercard. And, the obvious is, what does this mean for you? You're going to be on a stage that you've never been on before as the co-main. All these eyes are going to be watching. What's that pressure like?
Well, first of all, thank you, and good afternoon. There's a big pressure on top of me because I'm the co-main event, and to be on this big undercard, it's a dream come true. This is what I always dream, and I'm training 100%. I'm giving my all. We train really hard. We did 12 rounds already, sparring with my strength conditioning coach, Daniel Garcia. We're working really hard too. We're doing 12 rounds over there, and we're leaving it all over here in the ring. So that on September 13th, we go out there and give it a war, because that's what the fans want, and to be in a big undercard like this and a million people watching, we gotta leave it all right there.
Now, we're used to seeing you fight 3-4 times a year, and in 2014, you've only fought once. Any particular reason for the layoff, and is that something that you're going to be giving us now, just 2 fights a year, or do you want to go back to your old schedule of 4 and more?
Yeah, no, if it was up to me, I would like to fight 3 or 4 times a year, or 4 or 5 if I can, but I think the whole team decided that I need a little rest, maybe, or they're the ones that take care of me, so I respect what they say, and if they think fighting like this is better, I think I respect them, and I'm just doing whatever they want, but hopefully next year we fight 3 or 4 times, and because we like to stay busy. We're always training in the gym, we're always ready, and we're going to ask for more fights next year.
And my last question is, fighters in your division, they don't call out Guillermo Rigondeaux, and you had a little war with him on Twitter, and clearly there's inclinations that you want to be in the ring with him. I'd just like to know why, being as though you know that he's a slick counterpuncher and basically undefeated, very hard to defeat.
Yeah, no, of course. Everybody's fighters are running away from him, and then I heard that he's saying that I'm scared. And some people are saying, the Cubans, his fans, they're saying that I'm scared. So I want to prove that I'm not scared of fighting nobody. I'm here to fight the best, and if he's the best, why not fight him? And like I said, he does have a hard style. It's very difficult and everything, but hopefully everything goes good September 13th, and hopefully next year we get to fight Guillermo Rigondeaux to give him a hell of a fight, a war out there, and we know it's going to be a great fight and hard fight for me, but it don't matter if we lose, we win, but we want to give the fans what they want, because that's what the fans want, and if they want it, I'm here for them to give them a fight, and we're going to try our best to make that fight happen.
Well, thank you for the time, and also, good luck on your fight. Not only the Mexicans support you, many boxing fans love your boxing style, and we hope to see that this pay-per-view.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Once again, if you would like to ask a question or have a comment, please press star 1 on your telephone keypad. That will place you in the question queue. Our next question comes from Sean Cross with the Boxing Insider.
Mute on.
This is for Mr. Santa Cruz. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, thank you. And you?
Good. I'm fine, thanks. Got a question for you. You said that you've been fighting fighters that move around a lot and that you've been chasing them. Is this in preparation for Rigondeaux or no? Is this just so you're trying to broaden your range?
Yeah, no, also because I know Rigondeaux, he's gonna be like my future opponent, and we've been fighting boxers because we want to be ready so that whenever we fight Rigondeaux, we're ready to go out there and fight boxers that move a lot, and because we know that fight is gonna happen sooner or later, but that's why we've been getting ready, and we want to change styles because I want to know how to fight every kind of style. People that stay there, that bang, that move. When I have a fighter, the stronger fighter than me, I want to move too. So I think we want to work on any style so that when we go up there, we're ready for anything.
Okay, thank you. My other question is for Mr. Roman. How are you, sir?
Good.
Good. Are you inspired by all the other upsets you've seen so far this year? I mean, we had Kell Brook the other night, and just a bunch of, if not upsets, then close calls that have been going on throughout boxing. Have you been inspired by what you've seen from others or no?
Oh, of course, I'm inspired. I mean, it's a big card. I've never been in the States like this, and I thank Leo for the opportunity and all his team, and it's a great inspiration for me. It's like the world to me right now.
All right, thanks very much, and all the best to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And our next question comes from Alex Burgos with Round by Round.
Hey, how you doing, Leo? This first question is for you.
Thank you. Great.
Good. On paper, this seems to be a pretty big, drastic mismatch. Manuel is ranked 91st at bantamweight. What do you say to the detractors that might say this fight isn't worthy of being a co-main event, for Mayweather Maidana II?
Yeah, and like I said, on paper it might be, like you guys might say that it's an easy fight for me and everything, but I known Roman since amateurs. I've seen him fight. He's really good in amateurs, and in the pros too. I sparred with him like 2 or 3 years ago, and we used to work really good in the gym. We used to go to wars in the gym and the sparring and everything. So other people that don't know him, and he's a great fighter. He has great punches, great technique. He moves good, everything. So I think don't misundermatch him, and I don't like me. I don't never underestimate nobody. I always train 100% because those are the fights that are harder. They're the ones that are more hungry. They come for everything. It's a fight of his life. So he's gonna go come out here and he's gonna get a great world war. So I think we're both 100% ready, and we're gonna go out there and give a great fight.
Gotcha. Now you've said in the past and pretty much all along that as long as the fans are happy, you're happy. So after this, considering if you're successful, will you push for more crowd-pleasing fights or more difficult challenges? Other than Guillermo Rigondeaux, are you interested in fighting anyone else besides him?
Yeah, of course I am. Hopefully everything goes good and we do good in September. We want to look for the harder fights, for the stronger ones, again, like Kiko Martinez, Confernce, Scott Quigg, and there's other fighters at 122. All of those, they're great fights, so I'm willing to. But we're gonna push it, and we're gonna try to get those fighters to unify and to get another belt.
Sounds good. Good luck. I have one more question for Manuel. Are there certain things that you know from training with Leo in the past that you might be focusing on and try to take advantage of when you guys fight?
Of course, I know Leo is a warrior. He's a warrior, and that's what we're getting ready for war. So that's why we're training so hard too. And it's a big opportunity. And like he said, we know each other, and we know it's going to be a great match. So we're ready for that.
Great. All right. Thank you to both, and good luck.
All right. Thank you.
And our last question comes from Owen with Behind the Gloves.
Hi, Leo. Question for you. How you doing?
Yeah. I'm doing great, thank you. And you?
Not too bad. First of all, I just wanted to ask you, how's training going for this fight?
Training's going great. We've been doing 10 rounds, and today we did 12 rounds of sparring. Training camp, the sparring, the mids, everything going great. Strength conditioning coach with Daniel Garcia, everything going great too. We've been training really hard. We've been living it all in the ring and in the camp. So I think it's going great, and we're ready for September 13th already.
Right. I just wanted to talk to you. Over the last couple of months, your name's been linked with obviously Rigondeaux, Scott Craig, Carl Frampton. I spoke to Carl Frampton, I'd say about four months ago after his final eliminator. He was saying that his team and your team were basically, you guys were talking and it was looking good. What happened with them talks? What happened? Why did that break down?
And the truth, I don't know. I never heard about those talkings. I was just training, and I was over here in the camp training, getting ready for the fight. I never knew the camps were talking or anything. They never told me about possible fight with him. But like I said, if it was up to me, I say yes to that fight. I'm here to fight the best. Craig is one of the fighters I want to fight, and if they gave me to choose, I'll pick him to fight too next time.
And
sir, excuse me, sir. Do you have any questions related to this fight?
Yes, I do. I was just going to ask. I was just going to ask Roman if. Thank you very much for that, Leo. Can I just ask Roman a final question?
Go ahead.
Hi, Roman. I just wanted to ask you, coming into this fight, are you feeling a lot of pressure coming into this fight, or do you feel as the underdog, you can just let yourself a bit loose?
I consider myself a little bit loose because I don't have pressure. I don't have to impress nobody. I have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Oh, that's fine. And coming into this, do you reckon that you need experience to fight somebody like Leo Santa Cruz, or you okay as you are?
No, I believe of course we need experience. I've been doing that in my couple of last fights. Of course, never at this level, but I've been in the gyms with a lot of world champions as well, so I believe we're ready. I'm in the age and everything's set up good, so we're ready to go.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Leo and Roman. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I actually have a question. This is Kelly. This is for Leo. Leo, I'm a big fan of that smile of yours. And I know in the ring you're just tough as nails, but I wonder if you could tell us your secret to your happiness. Because if there was an award for happiest fighter, you would probably receive it. And what is it about your life or outside the ring, inside the ring, being a fighter that continues to put that smile and keep that smile on your face?
Yeah, no, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And, I'm just a happy guy. I'm always happy. I'm very blessed. Been signing with Al Heyman, with Golden Boy. And I thank God that he's been blessing me with all these things. And I'm a happy family guy. I like spending time with my family. Everything's great. So that's why I'm always happy. Even if sometimes I'm mad, I'm still make a big smile, and I always try to just be happy. So because it's better.
Thank you so much. Okay, so that was the
you.
last question. All right. Leonard, if you would like to wrap it up for us and any last comments, that'd be great.
Sure.
So
I'd like to thank everyone for joining us on the call today. We have a terrific undercard. Floyd has prided himself with, us putting Mayweather Promotions and working with Golden Boy Promotions, putting on very exciting undercards. And come September 13th, expect the same. Opening the card, we'll have Ngulu, with his aggressive style. He definitely has that crowd-pleasing style that all the fans will definitely enjoy the fight. In the next bout with Mickey Bay and Vasquez, it'll be a tough bout. Obviously, Vasquez will be defending his title against Mickey, and Mickey will be looking to wrestle the title away from him. And then in the co-main, we have Leo, who's definitely a fan favorite. He always has a crowd-pleasing style, and he comes to fight in every fight that he's in. Emmanuel Roman, I've seen him personally work. He's a very solid, tough fighter. He's going to come and he's going to give Leo his all, and Leo will have his hands full, defending his WBC title. Obviously, in our main event, Floyd and Maidana. Here we go, round 2. Also, I'd like to mention we have a bout that will be on the preview show. It will be John Molina versus Humberto Soto. Molina, obviously, is a very exciting fighter. He gives the fans, what they want to see, and he always applies pressure from the opening bell. You know, he's all heart and determination, and he can crack with both hands, and he comes ready to fight, and one punch can get you out of there at any time. Obviously, you have Humberto Soto is never in a dull fight, never ever in a dull fight. He's going to come and bring in, actually, that fight right there, they'll be looking to steal the thunder away from the undercard in the main event. That'll get the fans ready. You know, that's the kind of the appetizer to, you know, what we have in store for you. Also, I'd like to remind everyone that next Tuesday, August the 26th, will be Marcos Maidana's Media Day. And at his Media Day, we will have Leo Santa Cruz, we'll have Angulo, we'll have Molina, and Vasquez. They all will be there for Maidana's Media Day. So all the media are welcome to come out and see the guys work. And once again like to thank Kelly for hosting the call and everyone for joining us on the call today.
Okay, great. That wraps it up. Thank you so much, and we will see you soon, very soon, for Mayhem, September 13th. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us today. That concludes today's conference call.
The Boxing Voice.